Once, in a quiet town nestled between ancient trees, there lived a composer named Mr. Hartley. He was known for his magical ability to turn melodies into dreams and dreams into melodies. One moonless night, as Mr. Hartley slumbered, a haunting tune crept into his dreams. It was no ordinary melody. It was ethereal, ghostly, and seemed to echo from a world beyond. He awoke with a start, heart pounding, but the melody lingered in his ears. Night after night, the haunting tune returned, each time more vivid and otherworldly. Mr. Hartley could feel it seeping into his soul, like a wisp of fog that clung to his every thought. Unable to resist, he set to work, determined to capture the elusive melody on paper. Days turned into nights, and nights into days, as Mr. Hartley's obsession consumed him. He neglected his garden, forgot to eat, and barely noticed the passing seasons. Finally, after an eternity of fevered scribbling, he placed his pen down and gazed at the completed composition. It was a masterpiece, unlike anything the world had ever heard. He titled it the Unfinished Symphony, for it seemed to exist on the fringes of reality. As the first notes echoed through his empty house, Mr. Hartley felt a shiver crawl down his spine. The music was powerful, resonating with a deep sadness that seemed to touch the very marrow of his bones. But as the symphony played on, something strange began to happen. Shadows danced in the corners of the room, and a chill settled in the air. Mr. Hartley's heart raced, and he could feel a presence, unseen but undeniably there. Suddenly, the room was filled with a soft, mournful wailing. It seemed to emanate from the walls themselves, a chorus of voices from the beyond. The once beautiful melody had transformed into a requiem, a song for the departed. Terrified, Mr. Hartley tried to stop the music, but his hands trembled and refused to obey. The symphony continued its haunting lament, growing louder and more mournful with each passing moment. Desperation clawed at Mr. Hartley's chest. He knew he had unleashed something beyond his understanding, something that hungered for his very soul. As the requiem reached its crescendo, he closed his eyes and braced for the inevitable. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, the music stopped. Mr. Hartley opened his eyes cautiously, half expecting to find himself in the grasp of some otherworldly force. But the room was silent, the shadows still, and the presence gone. The unfinished symphony had ended, leaving behind an eerie stillness. From that day on, Mr. Hartley vowed never to play the symphony again. He locked away the sheet music, hidden deep within his attic, where it would never be heard by mortal ears. And so, the haunting melody remained a secret, a tale whispered in hushed tones among the townsfolk. They could sense the power within those notes, the connection to something far beyond their understanding. And as the years passed, the legend of Mr. Hartley and his unfinished symphony grew, a reminder that some things are best left untouched, and that not all dreams should be turned into melodies.